Hi, my name is Steve Whitten. I'm a PGA Master Golf Professional in Instruction and the Director of Instruction at Rosedale Golf and Country Club in Bradenton, Florida. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the flop shot. Okay? The flop shot is defined basically by a high lobbing shot. It's going to be anywhere from 30 yards and in. So it's going to have a lot of air time, very little roll time. Very opposite from a chip shot, which goes very low and then runs on the green. So first let's talk about what we're going to use. I want you to use the most lofted club you own. So if you have a lob wedge, you're going to use that. If you have a 56, 57, or 55 degree sand wedge, you want to use that, or maybe even a gap wedge if that's your most lofted golf club. In the setup, we're going to set up basically by getting our feet a little bit more narrow than normal. So we're not going to set up with a full stance. We're going to set up a little more narrow. That's going to help us keep our center of gravity down so we can pop it up. We're going to move the ball slightly forward a little bit. That's going to help us get a little bit more loft on the club without us trying to have to help it. Because that's what a lot of us do, is we try to scoop the ball up in the air. We try to create loft. We actually hit up on it, usually skull it or just chunk it a little bit. So again, we have the ball a little bit further forward. Now if I take this swing, and I make a very little swing right now, it's going to look like a chip shot. So what we're learning from that, if the length of the backswing is short, the ball goes low. We know that when we're punching out of trouble or we're trying to chip it on the green. So let's be logical here and think, if I want to get the ball up higher, that means that my backswing has to get, that's right, it has to get longer. This is where the courage comes into play. Please understand that when you're hitting a soft shot like this, you're just trying to go over a bunker, a little short distance, the length of your backswing just controls how high you want the ball to go. It's not going to dictate how far it goes. How far it goes is dictated by how fast or slow you swing. So if I take the club up nice and high, this is going to help the ball get up high. Now I dictate how far I want the ball to go by how softly or gaining speed that I need to generate the ball to go forward. So this is where the courage comes in. So again, we set the ball up forward, adds a little more loft to the club, take the club up nice and high, and soft. Now you notice I did not swing very hard at that. That shot right there went very high, would have landed very softly, and probably went about 20 yards. If I want the ball to go a little bit farther, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to set up with the ball a little bit further forward in my stance, a little higher, but I added a little bit more speed. So I'm never going very fast at this shot. We've used terms like feel like you're underhanding a ball. So the length of the swing gives it the height, the speed gives it its distance. If I want to go a shorter flop shot, I don't want to chicken out now. I still want a nice high backswing, but the follow through would be pretty short. So up and down. Nice high flopping shot that didn't go very far. So just remember, this shot takes a little bit of confidence, but understanding what parts of your golf swing do what. When you're pitching and you're hitting a flop shot, backswing length doesn't have to do with distance. Keep your courage, that's the height. How fast you come through it, that controls how far the ball goes. I hope that helps you out.